We Brits are so lucky we can enjoy the most glorious and varied landscapes, even in the dead of winter. But now our countryside is being used to get hundreds of children back on the straight and narrow, as Margarita's been discovering.
Modern life can be tough on our teenagers, leaving them feeling vulnerable and isolated. On average, 31 children a day are permanently excluded from our schools, and the long-term effect can be devastating. Children who are excluded from school go on to make up over 60% of our prison population. This group of youngsters from central London have embarked on a school trip with a difference.
But what I want to know is, how does a week on a farm get disengaged kids back on track? The guys I'm about to meet are halfway through their stay, and I've arrived just in time for breakfast. Hi, everyone. Morning. 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 Hi. So what rules do you have to think about when you're on the farm?
Well, there are quite a few rules here. Like, we're not really allowed to bring any sort of, like, chocolates or fizzy drinks or, like, any food from outside the farm.
So no sugar, huh?
Yeah, none of that. Also, you're not allowed any electronics, MP3 players, phones.
I wonder how that goes down with teenagers. Many of the children referred here are struggling at school, so at risk of exclusion. Ex-teacher Jamie Fielden started the project 12 years ago to tackle the problem head-on.
Well, I was lucky enough to grow up in this beautiful countryside round here, and I then went to teach in Croydon in London, and that was a bit of a shock to the system. I got very excited about the opportunity to bring some of the privileges I'd had back home to those children. At the moment, we're working with 900 students per year. Within 2 years, we hope to be working with 1,800 students per year, because we're going to be operating across 4 farms.
And how many more students out there do you think are in need of an experience like this?
We believe there are 30,000 children out there who could really benefit at this moment in time.
But how does it work? The team here believes the combination of family, farming and therapy can offer a powerful turning point.
Right, so we're going to clean them all out now, OK? If you guys actually want to grab the tools...
People might see it as just a holiday in the countryside.
Yeah, it's absolutely not a holiday. This is a really tough experience for the young people that come here.
You want to go at scraping the pen? Right, if you come on here with me then...
Not only are they having to work very hard when they're here, they're having to really reflect on themselves and their behaviour.
What we'll do is we'll make it easier for the other guys, and we'll push all the muck up to the doorway here. OK, we'll work as a team, so push that straw up.
We hope that we can be a catalyst and a boost to those children so that when they do go back to school, they can really engage with what they're trying to achieve within the school, and they can really start to achieve much better than they were before.
It's the first time some of the pupils have ever been to a farm.
Before, I was kind of thinking I'd rather regret it because I'm not really the kind of mucky person.
You gotta go.
But they get their hands dirty in ways they've never done before. 13-year-old Sally has been tasked with delivering winter lambs.
What have we got there?
That's a foot.
Yeah, so they're coming. So if you grab hold of one of these feet and pull them out a bit, OK? So that's it. Hold on tight and then pull that down. Well done. That's great. Now we're pulling down in a curve, OK? Now the head's out. Well done. That's it. Yes! Well done. Now grab some straw and rub it on the chest. Great job, Sally. Yep, the lamb's breathing. You've done it.
It was amazing how I got to help with birthing the lamb. In my whole lifetime, I never thought I would be birthing a lamb. I'm proud of myself because I never thought I would do that.
Right, who's next?
And 13-year-old Ahmed's lived all his life in the city.
Where I saw the baby sheep, it was like smaller than I thought. I didn't think like you could have a sheep that small. It was like different than like the usual sheep you'd see on TV.
I've never really seen anything like that before. When I first saw that people were doing that, I was like, I do not want to do that because it looks disgusting.
But it's not just about adorable baby lambs. Some of the bigger animals are also drafted in to help the children learn vital skills they need to cope with pressures back at school. Lead therapist Tish has found that horses can really develop the pupils' concentration and problem-solving skills.
What is it that's so special about working with these horses?
Horses have incredibly alert defences because they are used to living in the wild and having predators, and so they are hypervigilant, like a lot of children. They easily get stressed.
14-year-old Mo has never been this close to a horse before, but now he's going to have to work with it to guide it through a series of obstacles.
Before you go this time, I just want you to think about your next move.
Good girl. Come on, beautiful. Come on, good girl.
And the horse is a mirror for the child. So when a child is all over the place, usually the horse will be too. When a child is feeling centred and calm, the horse will respond very quickly.
As you started to think about it, stand up tall.
They're also big, powerful creatures that kids are usually frightened of, and to build that association in a short space of time is fantastic for their levels of confidence.
So it's about facing a situation and overcoming fears, realising what you're capable of.
Realising what you're capable of and not giving up. They'll have an experience that becomes something they can go back to. It's like a talisman they can hold on to.
Lovely.
At first, I was really scared because it was bigger than I thought, way bigger than I thought, and I didn't really want to do it.
Yes, good. And then remember to breathe. It's not in your words, it's in what your body means.
Me and Rachel started talking about fear and comfort zone, and I really felt safe around her, and Danielle was in good hands. So I started to get out of my comfort zone and really try and put full effort into it.
Has she done it right?
Yeah.
So what do we do? Good girl.
These pupils are only halfway through their week, but they're already feeling the changes.
The me before this trip, if someone was to tell me to do things, I'd feel like I'm being bossed around, but now I see it differently.
Myself and our staff are astounded by how these children transform. They arrive with a really tough exterior. They're living in very, very challenging environments in the cities around the UK. And very quickly here, they manage to soften, work really hard. They live without mobile phones, they live without sugar, but also we see them leave probably 2 inches taller in terms of their own self-esteem and their understanding of what they can achieve back at school and back at home.
And how do you measure if you've been successful with the students or not?
This year, 87% of those who are at risk of exclusion are no longer at risk of exclusion 6 weeks after the intervention. So for us, that's very, very exciting.
So you're really transforming lives with this project.
We believe that this can be transformational.
You really get to show your true colours. It showed me that I can do anything that I put my mind set to.
I learned that I'm not really the person I thought I am. I learned new things about myself, things I didn't know. You can leave with something, leave the farm with something and bring it back to London.
It's been amazing to see the children in their element and the power of nature at work.
Powerful indeed. Now, many of us like to capture the beauty of our countryside